Well, hello and welcome back, everybody. We're gonna work on this 1988 Ram 100, Power Ram 100 technically. Not really sure why it's 100, not a 150, and why it's not a Power Wagon. My best guess is that it's because it's a 318, not a 360. I'm not gonna pretend like I know because I don't really know. But either way, hello train. We're gonna work on this thing. Now, it's been sitting since 2001, last registered in 02. The story goes that it was parked just because it was parked rough or whatever, and then 12 years ago they got it running, and then they just stopped working on it and then parked it again. So the first thing I noticed when I looked at this is that all of the belts are cut off of the motor. That right there told me that 99.9% sure it's got a locked up engine. Sure enough, it's got a locked up engine. So we're gonna try to unseize the motor. Don't know how successful we'll be, but it's worth a shot. So we're gonna use some PB Blaster and a fresh battery, clean some of the rat turds off, and see if we can make this engine run again. If it smokes like Cheech and Chong, or if it knocks like a Jehovah's Witness. So I don't know. Let's find out. Sorry for the noise, but it's cold. So, got everything cleaned up as best as you can for now. Got all down in here. Pull the plug wires off of what's left of them. So we're gonna go ahead, before we do anything else, just check with a ratchet and then a breaker bar, just to see if it is for sure stuck. I know I can't turn it by hand, so let me go ahead and set this up, and then we'll see what it does. Alright, let's see if it turns. I can't believe that it actually freed up. I was yanking and yanking on it, and luckily Chryslers have a big crank bolt. We'll pull the plugs, lube it up, let it soak for about an hour, kind of, you know, break up whatever's in there. And then we'll turn it over by hand. And then once it's kind of freeing up a little bit, then we'll, you know, hit it with a starter. And then we'll put some plugs in it, try to get some spark to it. And all the wiring is, you know, completely destroyed. So if it turns over and sounds like it has compression, we're probably gonna have to swap the intake for carbureted intake or find an adapter for that little Holley there. So we'll get to that when we get there, but we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. The old Dodge is still here, and we are going to pull the plugs and see what they look like and put some PB blasters down in the cylinders. So last night before I left, I sprayed PB blaster all around the plugs to let them soak into those pockets, because especially that side was just soaked in rat piss and all kinds of other stuff, so they're extremely rusty. So to give us the best chance of not breaking any off, got it soaked in there. So let me pull these out real quick and see what they look like. That's our guy. And it won't focus too well, but yeah, there you go. That's our stuck cylinder right there. So two had a little bit of moisture, and then this one actually had some water. Now the back of this air cleaner is broke, and this is right up by the firewall. I'm thinking that water got in through there. So luckily it didn't wreck the whole thing, just one cylinder partially. So we'll go ahead and clean these up and clean everything else up, spray down the cylinders, get a battery in it, and after about an hour of it soaking, we'll hit the key and get it to really buzz over, and then we'll try to get some spark and spray something down the throttle body and see what it does. Well, it's been many hours later, and I still couldn't get any more progress. It would just hit a wall. And so I started to think, well, maybe it's a valve, but with the bore scope in there, I couldn't see a valve. So, but that doesn't mean anything. It, you know, can't quite get the angle of the dangle. So I lubed everything, tested it all with a hammer, and it's all good. And then ran it back up to where the piston's coming back up, and just occasionally worked with it, and finally, so meow, we can move to the regular ratchet, probably, possibly, hopefully. So then, oh yeah, look at that. Haha. Finally, we unstuck one motor in the history of this channel. Actually, not completely true. The Mach 1 Mustang, the 72, I think it was. It was kind of stuck, but it freed itself up with a starter because, you know, YOLO, send it. So, all right. That's good news. So now we're going to put the new battery on it. By new, I mean used. It's been around for a long time, and get this thing whizzing over. Brand new battery cables on. We're gonna fire test this thing. There's a lot of chewed mouse wires, so let's see what happens.
Nothing.
Is
the interior on fire?
Okay, let me try. I'm struggling here.
Yeah, hammer.
Well, okay. Not just yet. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Shots fired.
Headlights.
Nope.
Yeah, we got dash lights.
Oh,
Well, we did until I screwed with the switch.
why'd you do that?
No cargo light.
You can hope, Andy.
Oh, there we go. Got some sort of dash light. All right. What else can we test? No dome light. No glove box light. I guess we'll turn the key on.
Oh, shit. It might do something.
Do we have a radio?
Mine, you have to. Sometimes you have to tap the screen.
No radio. Well, I guess let's see if it whizzes over. Is the starter shut? Alright, hammering on the starter now. Ready? Yeah. Yeah, maybe it'll unfreeze.
Cables aren't getting hot.
Okay, we'll be back. Update. We got the starter installed. This one is completely stuck, and it looks like this thing's been partially underwater or something. So I'm starting to wonder if this thing was like partially flooded out wherever it was sitting. So now let's go ahead and turn it over. Well, try to turn it over once again, and we'll see what happens. Watch for all the fluid that's gonna shoot out. Alright, cool. Wow. The chunks of stuff that was in that cylinder is just unreal. Wow. I think I'm gonna hose it down again and do it a couple more times, and we'll skip that, and we'll be back in the morning when we're gonna try to start this thing. Good morning. We're back today with fresh plug wires, a fully charged jump box, jumper wire, gasoline. So you know what that means. It's time to try to start this thing. Got the ground wire repaired on the coil. Hopefully it's grounding. I did check that hot wire. It's not working. So we're just gonna, jump it right here. It'll be fine. So let me set the camera up down here. I'm gonna hook that up, dump some gas down there, and let's see what happens. Well, I don't like ending on a note like that, but let me give you the brutal reality to this. We're lucky that the motor even freed up on this thing. That doesn't ever happen for me. The second thing is, it will run. It's actually building oil pressure, and it's kind of dark, you can't really see, but it's building oil pressure, and it sounded good from what I could hear up here. It's gonna be a little smoky, but it's no big deal. It's got to clear all that out of the cylinders. But the problem is, this throttle body is completely seized, and I can hammer it back and forth, whatever position I want. I tried different positions, and it's been soaking overnight with PB Blaster, but I can't get it to fully free up. So I can't modulate the throttle, and it's got a bunch of vacuum leaks down here, and I don't have any caps. And it's just a complete waste of time to mess with this. I heard all I needed to hear. It sounds good. I don't hear any knocks. It wasn't ticking once it built oil pressure. So we're gonna go ahead and get a carburetor and a carbureted intake for this thing. Swap it all on, get rid of the smog pump, AC compressor, kind of clean things up, get rid of the rest of the rat turds and stuff. This battery is not very good, and we'll charge the jump box back up again, and then we'll be back. But I mean, this is gonna be a really cool truck. The plan is we're gonna get it running, do the brakes, wash it, detail it, try to do a little bit of PDR on the body, replace the tail lights, repaint the wheels, and get some brand new 31 1050 15 mud tires of some kind, you know, skinny and tall. Keep with this old theme that's going, kind of just do a, you know, a light fluff and buff on it. But more than likely you will see a video coming out doing the interior, and then there'll be one washing it, and somewhere in there we'll be getting the carburetor and stuff and getting it actually running. And also something to look forward to in the future, the Shelby's back.